So today's video is going to be about the Dior Diorama bag. I'm sure some of you have stumbled onto this video searching for reviews about it, and hopefully mine will be informative. Just a little disclaimer before I get into it. I'm going to be doing this more from a consumer perspective, just because honestly, I don't know all the correct terminology. I might mess up with some of the style names or color names. So it's going to be more about how I feel about the bag and my perspective on the bag, how I feel like it's nice to style it, different ways to style it, what I fit in my bag, and just a bit more about like the durability and the wear and tear of the bags. I've had them for a few years now and I've been able to wear them out quite a lot. So a few tips on how to keep them in the best condition and what I think about the bag generally. The first baby that I'm going to be showing you guys is probably my favourite, and I know that's a little bit unfair to say considering they're all my children and I should really love them equally, but this one was just so unique that I couldn't get my eyes off it and I knew I had to have it. The first two dioramas that I'm going to be showing you are both in the medium size, so I'm going to be giving you most of like the logistical information in the first segment when I'm showing you this bag, so hopefully I'm going to try not to repeat myself when I show you the next one. In regards to the colour, I did extensive research online trying to find out what the official colour was, because there didn't seem to be anything on the receipt. And I also messaged my sales assistant at Dior, and she said it was a bronze golden shade, which is how I would have described it. But initially they called it a golden grained calf skin. Those of you wondering the dimensions of the medium diorama, it is 25 centimeters across and 18 centimeters length. Personally for me, it is probably up there with the largest bags that I have. I don't tend to go for big bags just because I'm quite petite. I'm 5'2", and I feel like usually if I go for a bag that's bigger, it kind of drowns me and overpowers me. So I tend to go for the smaller mini sizes, but this one didn't do that and it wasn't too heavy either. So the reason why I feel like it wasn't heavy is because of the strap. It's hollowed out, so you don't really feel that dense feeling when you have a chain on. If you guys have the Chanel Boy, then you'll feel the difference when you put them on, like on each shoulder. I feel like the Chanel Boy kind of weighs me down a little bit, but I do understand how people say that they expect like an expensive bag to feel heavy, but it should also be wearable, especially at this size, because you're going to want to wear it a lot more in the day than you probably will in the night. Diorama has the large canage print on it, which has become a classic for Dior. From what I researched, apparently it's been taken as inspiration from the chairs at one of the Dior fashion shows, which I feel like is a really cute story considering I wouldn't usually look at a chair and be like, dun 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 dun, this is going to be my pattern. But I freaking love this pattern. I find it so feminine and so cute, but I feel like it adds like an edgy touch because of how structured it is. Overall, the diorama is a very structured bag. If that's what you like, then this is a great option. I know a lot of people compare the Boy to the diorama, and I feel like when it comes to structure and how robust they are quite similar in that sense. You do have to be careful with how you fill this bag, because when I overfill it, I do find it kind of losing its shape, but it bounces back really well. It's not one of those bags that gets flimsy, and I honestly overload the hell out of mine. I usually take it with me when I'm traveling or when I have a shoot or I need to pack a lot of stuff into my bag because it fits so much in it. Just to give you guys an example of some of the stuff that I get in it, I get like my lip gloss in there, I get my little perfume in there, my inhaler, a wallet, my card holder. So much fits into this bag, and my iPhone. For those of you that are short like me and worry about where this bag's gonna fall on you, it falls just above my bum, and the chain length is about 50 centimeters when it's on the tightest or like the last setting, but if you put it on the first one, it's about 55 centimeters. So it's the perfect length for me. It looks stunning crossways too, but I usually tend to wear it on the side. And you can also double up the chain like this to wear it as like a little side bag like this. One of the things that I'm quite picky with when it comes to my bags is the stitching, and I feel like they chose a really complementary colour when it comes to the stitching. It's just a touch darker than the actual bag, but it really makes the bag and the print stand out. A bit on the interior of this bag. The interior is quite a rigid material, and it's in this taupey nude neutral brownie shade, One of the things that I will also point out is that if you always have nails like I do, the inside of the bag tends to scratch really easily, and I hear that from quite a lot of people. The hardware is another thing that really drew me to this colour, because the hardware is the most stunning champagne colour, which I feel like complements the bag so well. It's neither gold nor silver, so it makes it a bit more neutral and easy to match with things. Moving on to my next medium diorama, it's this gorgeous beauty. One of the things I forgot to mention previously is that I tend to go for more seasonal special edition colours. I feel like it's pretty boring just buying like the bog standard colours when you're trying to like grow your collection. So I tend to go for colours that are a bit harder to find, and that's one of the things that really drew me to this piece. I asked my sales assistants at Dior and looked at the receipt, but there was no name for this colour, and it's a bit of a grey denim blue shade. And again, this is in the grained calf skin. What I will say about the grained calf skin is if you're worried about the durability of a bag or how easily it scratches or gets messed up, the grained calf skin is a great option because it really doesn't show scratches, nor does it scratch easily or get dirty easily. So I'm not sure if you can see the grain properly, but the grain on this has like a beigey, grey colour kind of to it as well, with the denim-y light blue, and the stitching on it is a slightly different blue shade, which again really makes the canard print stand out well. The hardware on this piece is silver. Silver's not a hardware that I usually go for, just because I don't really have a lot of accessories that match silver. I'm usually a gold gal, but with this blue shade I feel like the silver complemented it so well. And I'll also pull out the strap for you guys to see how it looks. The straps on all the dioramas actually match the material of the bag, which is great. And I find that the straps are very comfortable on the shoulder. Even when I'm wearing it the whole day, I don't feel like I've been wearing like a heavy bag on myself, even when it's full of crap. This is the same size as the bronze one that I showed you, and I tend to fill them both up a lot. But for some reason, I feel like the bronze one is a little bit more structured in comparison to this one. This one has a light blue piping down the edges, and I find sometimes when I'm keeping it on a hard surface, I'm scared that it would scratch easily, or like there will be wear and tear on the corners, because a lot of people that I've watched diorama reviews of have complained about that happening. But luckily it hasn't happened to mine. You guys can see a bit closer. The corners and everything are perfect, and I'm not someone who like properly babies my bags, put them down wherever, and then I worry about it after. But it's been perfect. So durability wise, it's been a 10 out of 10 for me. The only thing I will complain about is that the interior does mark really easily, and the inside of this one, bloody hell, I've got so much random stuff in it. You can tell that I'm not prepared for this video, the same way that I've seen some people are proper prepared, like the insides of their bags look like how I want my life to be organized. Inside of this is, it's a very soft leather. It scratches super easily, but for what this bag is, it's super worth it. I don't even mind that it does. And this kind of came with like a light grey interior. They all have a different interior. I tried to empty out the bags before I did this video, so I don't know how I forgot so much stuff in this one. What's that? Shmoney's, guys. Damn. The other thing that I like about the interior of these bags is that it has a little flap in the front that usually is where I put my phone. Then you've got the little zipper, and then you've got the large compartment that you could fill so much stuff in. So the next diorama I'm going to be showing you is the only small size that I have, and not gonna lie, you guys, I considered holding off on this one just because it is quite messed up, and I was like, should I show them or should I not? And also, I don't have information on it. I sent it to my sales associate like I did with all the other ones, but this is the only one that she was really unsure about, and that's because I purchased it in Bergdorf Goodman, New York, and it was a seasonal special edition piece, so couldn't get much information on it. Like literally, I'm so confused about what this material even is, but it was just so cute that I didn't want to withhold it from you. This one has the most prettiest shine to it. Like when natural light hits it, it's like having blinding highlight on your bag, but it's the material. But this material has its major pros and cons, which I'm going to get into now. I'm not sure how obvious it is on screen, but the back of this is really kind of tainted in a grey tinge, and that's from wearing it with black. The colour really transfers on this super easily. I'm not sure if that was something I was expecting or not. Of course it would happen because it happens with my Chanel's too, but I don't know why. Like, I feel like I have this expectation from designer bags that they're going to consider these things. Like, I shouldn't just have to wear it with a light colour because it is a light colour. But I still felt like it was worth it because this pearlescent finish on it is just so gorgeous. You're definitely not going to be able to find this, guys, but I still wanted to show you guys it because I haven't seen anything like it since I got it. Still wear it even though it's a little bit battered. The other thing about this one is that the corners do get pretty messed up. Again, it's probably in the material. The material is kind of like a silky, satiny, peach fuzz, suede-y vibe. Easiest way to explain it. The hardware on this one is silver, and again it complements it really nicely even though it kind of breaks it. I would think they would do like a champagne hardware on the champagne base, but the silver breaks it beautifully. Out of the dioramas that I showed you so far, this is one of the ones that I would wear on a night out. I feel like it could still be transitional, but it's definitely more of a dressy piece or a statement piece. Last but by no means least, this is the newest addition to my collection. Hubby got me it for our anniversary, and I saw it in the Houston Dior store. As soon as I saw it, I was like, you. The material of this one is a metallic patent calfskin. Not gonna lie, I was terrified because usually like this patenty material shows scratches immediately, but thankfully this one hasn't done that. If anything, I feel like it kind of dents a little bit with my nails, but it hasn't like scratched at all. The thing that really drew me to it is that the canage on this is studded gold. Canage on this has the most gorgeous gold studs, and it creates the perfect juxtaposition between the silver patent mirror and the gold hardware on it. I'm not sure if this is considered a clutch or if it's just considered a mini, but this was one of the biggest selling points for me. The fact that it has a handle on it, so transitional, could definitely wear it for nights out, could wear it for weddings. I wear it as a belt bag, I wear it to the side, I wear it crossover, I put the chain inside, and I wear it dressy, like holding it like this, and I get so many compliments on it, and it just looks so gorgeous with everything. And because it has the dual hardware, like even the little details here, of course the strap is the patent like the rest of the bag, but the little details are gold and they just pop. The chain that this one comes with is very different to the other one. This one feels a lot more heavier, a lot more dense, a lot more expensive, but it doesn't feel overwhelmingly heavy because the bag just generally is so light that you just don't feel it. The interior of this one gets extra murky. The first time I wore it, the sides turned like a grey black colour. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up correctly, but the interior is like this light suede shade. And this bag, bonus, comes with this little pouch. So my biggest worry when I was purchasing this is it going to fit my phone inside? Let me show ya. Wardrobe malfunction. And it fits my phone inside perfectly. Now once my phone is inside, I can't get a lot more in it, probably just like my lip gloss, my card holder, and I'm off to go. This doesn't fit my battery external charger case in it, which makes me super sad because I love to put this on as a belt bag when I'm like out or wearing casual clothes when I'm not wearing my buyer. I just love to wear it as a belt bag. I feel like it looks so unique. You do have to have a kind of small waist to get that chain around your neck, around your waist.